Recorded Books and RB Digital present What's Your Digital Business Model? 6 Questions to Help You Build the Next Generation Enterprise by Peter D. Weill and Stephanie L. Werner. Narrated by Colin McPhillamy. Introduction. Building the Next Generation Enterprise. Digital transformation is not about technology, it's about change. And it's not a matter of if, but a question of when and how. Recently, we conducted a workshop about digital disruption with the board and senior management team of a successful bank. Deep into the conversation, we were encouraging the bank to think about a new business model, to become a destination for customers navigating life events, rather than simply being a place they go to for making a transaction. People don't go to a bank looking for a mortgage, we said. They're looking to buy a home. That small shift in thinking would mean a profound shift in almost every aspect of the business. And this change was the bank's best bet for addressing the squeeze the company already felt from new digital financial services that were making a meal of its revenues. At that point, one of the senior managers asked a serious question. What happens if this new business model doesn't work? The chair of the board and the CEO, almost in unison, replied, "Then we will try something else." The CEO continued, "But we know for sure that if we don't do anything, someone else will get between us and the customer using digital." In the digital economy that's now upon us, many enterprises won't succeed by merely tweaking the management practices that led to past success. Larger enterprises are particular targets of digital disruption because of their large customer base, juicy profits, and sometimes patchy customer experience. To thrive in a digitized universe, businesses of all sizes will need to reinvent themselves and substantially change their organizations, including their business models, people, structures, critical competencies, and cultures. In short, your relationship with your customers depends on creating new digital ways for them to interact with your company. To be sure, the digital revolution is disrupting virtually every industry. In financial services, for example, customers are pulling away from long-established relationships with banks in favor of third-party apps and experiences offered by the likes of PayPal, Apple Pay, Cabbage and Venmo. Even retailers such as Coles, the Australian supermarket chain, and the home goods chain IKEA are claiming their share of new customer transactions, breaking into the insurance business to sell policies alongside furniture and perishables. The numbers associated with the disruption are large indeed, and so are the ramifications. Citi estimates that global private investment in financial technology, so-called fintech, increased from $2 billion in 2010 to $21 billion in 2016. One consequence, an estimated 30% of current bank industry employees will probably lose their jobs over the next decade, and governments will have to find ways to help those people make the transition. Here's another consequence. As the competition heats up, profit margins decrease and regulation increases. Incumbent banks currently in the driver's seat have everything to lose. Tech firms, including fintech firms, are not as burdened by regulations as big banks are. And with mobile technologies, they have a direct link to customers. If big banks don't reinvent their business models with far more compelling customer engagement, they will be caught in a cost-driven race to the bottom. Digitization is staking claims in other industries as well. The business news is full of examples, from Uber disrupting taxis and Airbnb disrupt.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.